Hi, today is April 21st. Here's the notes for um, lesson 6, absolute value of numbers. Explain what the absolute value of a number is. The absolute value of a number is the distance from 0 on the number line. Okay. Notation means a symbol. This is the symbol that you would use. Go ahead and pause it and write all that out. Okay, so if I put the 3 inside this notation, what that means is what is the absolute value of 3? Every answer for an absolute value will be positive. So for example, the absolute value of 3, okay, so here's 3 right here. It means the distance from 0 on the number line. 1, 2, 3. So the absolute value of 3 is 3. Is 3 units away from 0, right? Okay. What would be the absolute value of 5? Here's 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5. Okay. Now, if it's negative, it's still going to be it's not going to be a negative answer. What's the absolute value of negative 3? What's the absolute value of negative 3? Here's negative 3 here. 1, 2, 3. It's still 3. It's not negative 3. It's not positive 3. It's just 3. It's 3 units away from 0. All right. And then let's go to our student task statements. Right here. On the jumping flea. A flea is jumping around on a number line. If the flea starts at 1 and jumps 4 units to the right, where does it end up? How far away from 0 is this? Pause the video. When you're ready, unpause it. So the flea starts at 1, jumps 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would end up at 5. How far away from 0 is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 units away. Okay? So 5 units away. Let me type that out. It's 5 units away from 0. Okay? Number 2. Oh, I didn't do this yet. Sorry. If the flea starts at 1 and jumps 4 units to the left, where does it end up? Flea starts at 1 and jumps 4 units to the left. Starts at 1, jumps 4 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So where does that end up? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Negative 3. And then how far away from 0 is this? 3 units away from 0. If the flea starts at 0 and jumps 3 units away, where might it land? So if it's 0 and then it goes 3 units away, so it can go negative 3. It can even go what? Yes, positive 3. It can go negative 3. It can go positive 3. If the flea jumps 7 units and landed at 0, where could it have started? So think about that. Pause it and think about it. When you're ready, unpause it. If the flea starts at 7 units and lands at 0, it could be a negative 7, right? Negative 7 all the way 7 units could be 0. And they can also be positive 7. Positive 7 and 7 units can land at 0 too. The absolute value of a number is the distance it is from 0. The flea is currently to the left of 0, and the absolute value location is 4. Where on the number line is it? The flea is currently to the left of 0. So the left of 0 is right here. This is to the left of 0. So do you think they would be at -4 or +4? The absolute value of location is 4. So it's either going to be -4 or +4. That's right, it's -4. The flea is to the left of 0, and the absolute value of its location is 5. Where on the number line is it? What do you think? -5. If the flea is to the right of 0, take a look at that one. If the flea is to the right of 0 and the absolute value of its location is 2.5, where on the number line is it? Now it's to the right. So what do you think? That's right, 2.5. Positive 2.5. Okay? Now we use the notation, this symbol here, to say that the absolute value of -2. That's what that means, the absolute value of -2. And then what's the absolute value of -2? What's the absolute value of -2? 2. Right. So try to answer A and B. What does that mean, and what is the value? What does 1.8 mean, and what is the value? Right? Go ahead and pause it when you're ready. Unpause it and see what my answers are. All right. So that notation means that the absolute value of -7. That's what it means. And the value is 7. That's the distance from 0, right? That's -7. And then the next one, the absolute value of 1.8. And the value is 1.8. You can say it means All right, we're going to stop there. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, and then one last thing is that we're going to go over the practice problems. Number 1A is a temperature of negative 11 degrees warmer or colder than a temperature of -15. It's warmer. Yeah, -11 is on the number line is to the right of -15. Anything to the right is warmer or more. Is an elevation -10 feet closer or farther from the surface of the ocean? Now, in this case, surface of the ocean means sea level. -10 feet is farther from sea level. It was 8 degrees at nightfall. The temperature dropped 10 degrees by midnight. The temperature is -2. If you drew a number line, all right, and went from 8 and went to the left 10 times, you would stop at -2. A diver is 25 feet below sea level. After he swims up 15 feet, what's his elevation? So 25 feet below, that's -25. He goes up 15, so then he would be at -10. He'd be 10 feet below sea level. Okay, you don't add 25 plus 15. You take away 25 minus 15. Number 2, a whale is at the surface of the ocean. Again, sea level. What's the whale's elevation? 0 feet. The whale swims down 300 feet. What's the whale's elevation now? It's -300. Or you can say 300 feet below sea level. Okay, some of us put 300 feet. It's not 300 feet. It's -300 feet. If you want to say 300 feet, make sure that you say 300 feet below sea level. So the whale swims down 100 feet more. The elevation now is -450 or 450 feet below sea level. And then on D, plot each of the 3 elevations. It has to be a vertical number line, so it has to go up and down. Okay? And make sure that you have -300 and -450. All right? For homework, make sure you finish lesson 2 if you haven't done that yet. Go on iReady if you need to, and work on your social studies assignment. The Greek gods and goddesses. Okay? All right. Have a good day. Any questions, let me know. Thanks.